Ramana Maharshi's words are deep and direct. My comments are intended to bring his deep words into your experience. Use YouTube's closed captions to read along. The disciple admits that while they understand this conceptually, they cannot feel it. It is not his experience. Maharshi then asks the disciple to identify the source of their ignorance. Where does the ignorance come from? The disciple then replies, all this is so difficult. Maharshi continues to drive the questioner's focus within by pointing out that the idea of difficulty itself is just an idea based on a wrong idea of identity. And this idea will not help them reach their goal. Maharshi again asks the disciple to investigate and discover where the idea of difficulty comes from, and to inquire into this idea of identity. The inquiry, who finds it difficult, can bring the disciple to discard the idea of ego and recognize their own unchanging self. The answer is that the difficulty is just an idea of the mind. And you are not the mind, but rather the knower of the mind. The Upanishads call this the unknown knower of the known. Maharshi says that we are always the self, and that being the self requires no effort or aid. You just are. You don't have to do anything to be, to exist, to know. Instead, you need to leave off your wrong identity and return to your natural, inherent state. The idea that you are a separate individual set off against a separate world is just an idea, an assumption made early in life and never questioned. This dialogue highlights the importance of recognizing one's true identity as the self and letting go of any false identities or attachments. It also emphasizes the simplicity of being the self and the futility of effort in trying to reach it. Maharshi emphasizes the practice of self-inquiry, where you question your own nature and identity, investigating all the ideas of identity that come up, and reaching a deeper understanding of yourself as the unchanging self. This process involves noticing and questioning thoughts, emotions, and experiences, and investigating their source. Do they come from a misidentification where you have taken on some temporary identity? Or are they from the silent, unchanging self? This questioning leads to self-knowledge, where you recognize your true nature as the undifferentiated consciousness. Maharshi guides the disciple towards this understanding by pointing out his false identity as someone with difficulties understanding, and then guiding the disciple to recognize their own sense of self. He encourages the disciple to let go of their egoic identity and return to their natural state as the self, which requires no effort or aid. Maharshi's teachings have had a profound impact on spiritual seekers around the world, inspiring many to practice self-inquiry and reach towards a deeper understanding of their true nature. His teachings continue to be studied and followed by people from all walks of life who seek to live in harmony with their innermost beings and realize their highest potential. So, inquire, know yourself, and be always happy. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now to help you deepen your understanding and practice to know the self. Just click the subscribe button.